up under your armpit, you're running and they smack you in the face, then you're a little large.
Allison, what I drop you and pick up?
That smell reminds me of snow cream.
What? Hey, Kaylin, you better calm it down with pepper. I think it's pepper.
What is that? Maybe they got a side job.
What is that?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm back.
You say you don't wanna get in trouble, that you doing fine cause you got me. I don't wanna break your little bubble, but you gotta wake up to reality. Cause I can see in your eyes, your head is full of dreams. Tears are a proof of failure, you just gotta let them flow without judge. There's so many ways to be happy, you can do whatever you like, you don't have to be ready, you just gotta trust the right, don't have to be scary, you just gotta follow the light, you're able to be happy, you can do whatever you like, you don't have to be ready, you don't have to be. I see you hesitating.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, welcome. My name's Amanda and I'm so glad you're here. If you watched my last video, you've seen that we decluttered my mom's food storage closet. It's just a closet that's basically just got all canned food in it, and it was a mess. There was no organization at all, no rhyme or reason to why anything was put where it was, and I just went through all of that and organized it, and I'm sure there's probably much better ways to do it, neater ways than what I did, but it does look better than it did before. So while I was working with food, I knew there was a lot of things in these cabinets that I needed to take in there, or maybe bring from that closet and restock her cabinets in the kitchen. When she first came home from the hospital, I went through this refrigerator and cleaned it out. I got the drawers that was in the bottom, I got those out and I soaked them. I put some hot water and some Dawn dish detergent in there and wiped those out. I sprayed these shelves down and all that. But with her just coming home from the hospital, there's been all kinds of people bringing food in and helping her out with supper, and I know she was so appreciative of that. But I needed to get in here and get this refrigerator cleaned out, because if it's just a little dab of this or that, my dad will save it. He cannot stand wasting food, and I completely understand that, but it was things that they just hadn't ate. So I went ahead and got this fridge cleaned out, got these shelves wiped down, and took care of that before I started on anything else.
There's so many ways to be happy, you can do whatever you like, you don't have to be ready, you just gotta trust the right, don't have to be scary, you just gotta follow the light, you're able to be happy, you can do whatever you like. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. I've been all around the world, every city, every place, always been a restless girl, but now there's a wind of change, I've never ever felt this way, longing for you, pick up the phone, catching a flight, I'm coming home, back to the place I've always known, home, home, seeing you soon, I gotta run, we're gonna have a lot of fun, and spending this summer alone, I'm coming home.
In this cabinet, my mom always kept her bowls with lids, like Tupperware, things like that. But I noticed she had some chips shoved in there. Not sure why those were in there, but those were way out of date. So I don't know if that's something Kaylin did or my dad did, but I don't know. I just threw those away. But she's not big on throwing things away. She never has been. And like I've said in many videos, I think that's where I get it. I think a lot of times you are a lot like what you're raised, and not always, but some of your parents' habits rub off on you, I think. Or in my case, they did me. But she's bad to not throw anything away. Like if a bowl doesn't have a lid, she'll just put a piece of foil over it or something and keep it. And I'm not so much like that. I would just assume throw little things like that away and, you know, get new things that has matching lids, because it's just not convenient to not have that. But most of her bowls did have lids. There were a couple that didn't, and if I knew it was something that I've seen her use a lot, I kept that. But if not, I tossed it out. She did have butter bowls, like the bowls that butter comes in, and she will use those and put the lid on those and use that in her refrigerator. And it was like growing up, I never knew if it was butter or if it was leftover chili or soup or something like that. I don't know if you all were like that, your parents were like that growing up, but my mom always saved bowls that she could reuse for things like that. But I just got this cabinet cleaned out and I stacked things more neatly in there with the lids nearby, because she had lids here and there and the bowls were in different spots. So I just kind of grouped those up. And this cabinet is so dusty. On the left hand side of the door, now that I'm watching this back, I can see that there was a big wad of dust up and down through there. So I am going to go back and get that next time I'm out there, because that's bugging me. And I know so many of y'all are going to notice that and tell me. But this is where she keeps all of her spices. And there were so many things in this cabinet. I didn't even know what it was. I never even heard of it. But there were a lot of things that were out of date too. She's not able to get up and just come over here and stand and stand and stand. So I put all of this in a big bowl, and I used a laundry basket too to put all of this in, and I took it into the living room, and that way she could sit there and go through it and tell me what was good or bad, and I could just kind of be her legs. So I don't want to throw anything away without her knowing or without me asking. It's not my stuff. So I didn't know what was good and what wasn't. And we went through and checked all of the dates, and the things that were out of date, we obviously threw away, but we did combine a lot of things, and we would just dump the old on top of the new so that could get used up first. But she went through this, decided what she was keeping, what she didn't need. It was so unorganized that I really think she bought new bottles because she thought she was out when she actually had it in the back. She just couldn't see it. So we got her in better shape as far as being organized in her spice cabinet too.
But we should take it slow, work things out so you don't let me go. When I come real close, I don't wanna get hurt, 'cause I'm not ready to give you my heart yet. Before I'm too invested, I should probably ask you all my questions, get to know you better. Like, can you be trusted? Will you take me for granted? Will you let me down? Before I'm too invested, we should take it easy. Maybe we could test this and work out our feelings. Baby, will I love you? Tell me, do you want me? And will you let me down? Yeah. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la.
What is this? Y'all make a...
What is that?
I don't know. So maybe they're making... Maybe they got a side job.
Smell it.
When in doubt, throw it out.
I have no clue what that is.
Maybe it's Kaylin's. Maybe it's Kaylin's.
I have no idea.
Mom.
No.
Mom.
I don't care what you do. It's fine. Make her mouth.
Is there a... what is that?
I don't know.
Pickling spice. Pickling spice. Oregano. What? Hey, Kaylin? You better calm it down. She's aggravating you. I don't know.
Is it some kind of body scrub or something like?
I don't
In
know.
my
a
spice
scent?
cabinet?
Throw it away.
There's no telling what's in your spice.
Throw it away.
You can buy the little clear plastic ones and you can label them, and that would be
Yeah.
good, but
Let's see, right here's another one that was pepper. I think it's pepper.
what is that?
I don't know.
I'll always be a champion of the ground. Can't take my crown.
Even though I hate that my mom's had to go through everything she has over the last month, it's really given us time to just spend some quality time together. Seems like I see her every day, but it's just in and out or to grab something, or maybe every other day or something, but it's not really just go sit down and stay an hour or two with her. And this has just been a really good time for us to just spend time together, and that's so important because especially with her having a heart attack, it scared me to death, of course, but it also made me realize that you just never know. You know, you take every day for granted, you take the next day for granted, and you just don't know when it's going to be your last. When could be your last time that you've seen or talked to somebody. So I've really tried to soak up all these moments with her and trying to help her out with just housework and decluttering and just some different things in general.
Someone's slowing me down, 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 down. So high, I'm floating, I'm shining in my prime. Start rolling over 'cause you can't take my crown. I'll always be 10 feet off the ground. My crown. I'll always be 10 feet off the ground. Can't take my crown. Can't take my crown.
Yeah, have fun spilling that everywhere.
I'm good. I don't spill.
Save it.
Save it. Okay, what was I gonna put in here?
Keep watching.
Oh, I'm watching.
Pickle and spice. Chives.
Good, definitely won't watch it.
Allison, what I dropped, you didn't pick up?
That smell reminds me of snow cream.
What?
Snow cream.
Mamo,
I'm fixing to take all that back over
stop
there.
dropping stuff.
What about this? You want to put that in that?
I'll always be 10 feet off the ground. I'll always be.
When I'm editing and watching this back, some of the conversations we had were cracking me up. I could see us laughing because I had the volume turned down, but I could see us laughing and I was like, what were we laughing at? And then when I would turn the volume up and the music down, I was like, oh my gosh, it was so funny. And my mom would say, oh gosh, I forgot that camera was on. It was just so funny. But I will say she looked so good today. It's the first time I've seen her look like mom. And she doesn't look like she's in a crazy amount of pain, and she just looked so good.
Don't catch me, baby. Ooh, I live it.
That's not nothing to brag about.
Yeah, it is. I wish I didn't have to wear a bra. I said, if I was your size, I'd never wear a bra.
That had a breast reduction.
What's that?
And
Will they make your boobs smaller?
said, I'd like to have one. And she went from a double D to a C. I said, I wouldn't go through all that. And it said, I'm going to tell them, if I ever have one, I'm going to tell them I want to look like eggs over easy. I said, that's good. That's me.
You want to say
If-
easy reminds you?
If they were like 16-year-old girls' boobs this size, I'd be okay with them. But when you lay down and they flop under your armpit, or, you know,
16-year-old girls now have bigger boobs than
you're running and they smack you in the face, then you're a little large. Okay, so what do you reach for most?
I'm
Because
sorry,
what
but it
you
is
don't,
very
we'll put in the
thin.
back.
Like the taco mix, these things,
Your minced onions, use that a lot.
quite a bit. Now, like my pickling stuff, Canon stuff, is like this.
Like this.
I'm gonna find me a salt shaker. Well,
Do you like that no salt though?
no.
You don't like it? I know.
It's nice.
And then they have half and half, and I used to use double, and Alden said that's not going to be any good if you use double. It just don't, it gives it a salt taste, but it's not a salty taste.
It
No,
can't be
it's
all of
a-
it. It can't be strapless.
it-
and
it just
cannot
changes
be-
the
it
whole
can't have
taste
one
of it.
shoulder.
Turn it up, turn it up, we got this. Turn it up on a higher level. Turn it up, we got this. Turn it up on a higher level. Turn it up, we got this. We got this.
When I was putting things back in this cabinet where she keeps all of her spices, I wanted to put the things that she reaches for the most in the front and then things she don't use as often in the back. So like her canning stuff, I kind of put that in the back or toward one side, and then the things I knew she used the most, I would put toward the front. So at least she has a little more organization going on. She said this was the first time since she's lived in this house that cabinet has been empty, completely emptied out, wiped out. I know she goes through her stuff periodically, but there were a lot of things that were out of date, so we just got rid of that. Like I said, we combined a lot of things just to have one bottle instead of 3 or 4, like her vanilla and things like that. But yeah, it looked a lot better, and she was so happy to see that cabinet looking as good as it was.
Got this. We got this. We got this.
Yeah, it's a hot day. I'm hanging in the sunshine. You should hit me with the splash gun so I cool down. Won't you come on over? We can party till the sun's down. Baby, let me buy you a drink while we're dancing a blink. I could go for some queen bee too.
I know this cabinet started out with just like canned food or spaghetti noodles, just things like that. He had so many different things in this cabinet that I knew didn't go there. So I just think it would be easier for her, and it makes more sense to have like baking goods together and canned foods together and just things like that. So I was just trying to give her a little organization, and we're learning. It's a learning process, and we're learning this together. So it's definitely coming along.
Surfing on a wave of good feelings. Well, it's just another Friday in paradise. So bring your A game, cause you know this party won't stop.
There's a ranch up there too. Did you just walk up to your camera and say I'm back?
No, I thought
Oh, I was about to say, okay.
I'm back.
For some crazy, I'll tell you everybody's standing in a line for the water slide. Oh, you can come on over, we can take the roller coaster. And you know everybody's looking for a ride in the water slide. Water slide.
Please don't tell me you didn't mean to hurt me and that we're gonna work things back out and then block me. Honestly, I didn't mean to sound like yesterday. I've just been through a lot. Kaylin, I love you so much, and I'm gonna continue to try to quit make me laugh. It's so funny.
Everybody wants a ride in the water slide. 3, 4. Baby, if you're looking for some crazy, I'll tell you everybody's standing in a line for the water slide. You can come on over, we can take the roller coaster. And you know everybody's looking for a ride in the water slide. Water slide.
little white cabinet is in her dining room, and it just has a lot of random things. It has like her Ziploc bags, aluminum foil. It had 33 boxes of Jell-O. I don't know why I counted those, but when I seen all that, I was like, oh my gosh, who has that many? But then she had flour, sugar, things like that, and she doesn't have a ton of counter space, so I get that there's going to be different things in different spots. But I just wanted to organize this and go through some things and just get rid of things that were out of date, wipe it down, all of that good stuff. But with her not being able to do all this on her own, it's just a good time for me to come in and help her. Like I said, it's a learning process, and we neither one would have an A in organizing, or maybe even a B or a C, but we're getting there and we're doing it together. So, you know, the things I'm learning and the videos I've put up, she's watched, and it's made her want to do better. So I'm going to help her. And, you know, like I've said many times before, you can bless people with your time. If you know somebody that needs help, and you know, not everybody's going to accept help either, and I understand that. My mom would never ask me to do this for her, but when I told her I was wanting to do it, she was fine with that. So sometimes you just have to say, I want to do this for you. And if they just don't want you to, that's fine. But if it's something that they need and they're just not wanting to ask, then it's going to make them feel better about accepting help. So, you know, bless people with your time. Definitely could have been home on this day cleaning my own house because it is a disaster. So be looking out for a cleaning video because there's definitely going to be one of those coming up soon. But I did want to do this for her. And like I said, time's precious. And even though I'm out here and I'm working, she's still there. And I'm still talking to her and getting to have conversations with her. And she is still involved because if the volume was turned up on this right now, I'm saying, Mom, do you need this? I've got this or that, or do you need this or that? So, you know, it's still getting to spend time with her. If you guys need to get your kitchen cabinets cleaned out, if you need some organization going on in there, I hope this gives you some motivation. It's so motivating to see someone else clean up their space, and you feel like you're not alone when you look at somebody else's mess. So thank you once again for being here. I love you guys. Jesus loves you guys. And I hope you guys have a blessed day, and I'll see you in the next one.
Just watch me break it.